Before we had any knowledge of protons, neutrons, and electrons, we just had the atom. With this atom in mind, people relied on the Dalton's model of the atom, which is essentially just a really, really, really small circle. Or is it? In the 19th century, physicians discovered that an electric charge can be displayed in an airless glass bottle with a power source and two pieces of metal, one closed and the other one with a hole in it. A beam of light would pass through the metal with the hole all the way to the end of the tube. Scientists have debated whether the cathode's tube, as it's called, rays were particles or ray waves, as they had very similar properties. However, one man named J.J. Thomson decided to experiment further with the cathode ray to see what exactly it is made of. First, he takes two metal plates and puts them on either side of the tube. Then he flips on the electricity, making the top plate positively charged and the bottom plate negatively charged. As you can see here, the ray bonds towards the positively charged plates, as if it were attracted to it. This led Mr. Thomson to conclude that whatever the ray was made of was negatively charged, as opposite charges attract. He is even more curious, so he decides to go round 2 with tests. He pulls out a magnet. He hypothesized that if whatever the cathode ray is made of is negatively charged, then a magnet would allow for the ray to point downwards. And so it did. This concludes that the ray was, in fact, negatively charged. He also concluded that whatever the cathode ray is made of, it had to be smaller than atoms. Why? Because he replaced the metals inside the ray with different metals, and they still produce the same results. Meaning that there is a negative force within atoms that make up everything, which allows for the cathode ray and its properties to exist. Cool. At the 19th century, all we know is that there are negative charges in atoms. However, atoms are neutral themselves, so there must be positive charges as well to balance the negative electrons in the atom. This was J.J. Thomson and how he discovered the electron and his model, the plum pudding. Thank you.